right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. New Mano!
That's right, Navy.
That's right, and it's time for some Yee tea, and let's talk about some battles. Now, this battle all started when Melle was on the Art of Dialogue, and he stated, as people have done in the past, that Eminem's relevance in hip-hop is directly tied to him being white. He said, obviously, he's a capable rapper. If you were talking about sales, he sold more than everybody. If you were talking about rhyme style, okay, he got a rhyme style, but he's white. He's white. He said, so now if Eminem was another N-word like all the rest of us, would he be top 5 on that list? When an N-word that could rhyme just as good as him is 35, that had records and all that, he's 35, he's white, and anybody could be mad. And he goes on to just say, basically, Eminem doesn't deserve all the accolades that he's gotten. And by the way, that conversation is old at this point, because I feel like a lot of other artists even respect Eminem as far as the work that he's put in.
It's been a back and forth conversation about that for years.
And his talent. Well, most recently, Eminem actually took some shots. He took some little light shots at Melle. Here's what he had to say. He was on a song with his artist, Easy Mill. It's called Realist.
Shout to the Furious Five and Greene.
All right, it wasn't nothing crazy.
Nah.
Right? Well, Melle went ahead and did a whole entire diss song, and he posted it and premiered it on YouTube. The response is Melle's response to Eminem's latest diss.
Why you hurt? Why you mad? Now you look bad.
You can't help but do that. By the way, that roach crawling out of your book bag is why you don't put your bag on the floor. I
Only
want to let
you
people
would
know
have
that.
thought it.
That's the first thing I thought when I heard that.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's right. Do not put your bag on the floor.
Crazy mind.
But so that is the back and forth. And they were definitely trashing him for this whole entire Melle.
Who was, the comments?
Yeah, comments.
What they were saying?
One person said, oh my God, sad seeing OGs go out like this, really sad. And then another person said, now Melvin.
Melvin.
All right, Billy Porter is saying that he has to sell his house due to these strikes. That is a shame.
Yeah,
he did an interview with Evening Standard, and he said, I have to sell my house. Yeah, because we're on strike, and I don't know when we're going to go back. The life of an artist, until you make FU money, which I haven't made yet, is still check to check. I was supposed to be in a new movie and on a new television show starting in September. None of that is happening. So to the person who said we're going to starve them out until they have to sell their apartment, you've already starved me out. You know how crazy that is? As talented and accomplished as Billy Porter is, he now has to sell his house.
That's crazy.
All right, and then he said to hear Bob Iger say that our demands for a living wage are unrealistic while he makes $78,000 a day. I don't have any words for it, but F you. That's not useful, so I've kept my mouth shut. I haven't engaged because I'm so enraged. When I go back, I will join the picket lines. Imagine saying that we're going to starve you out.
Listen, it's going to be rough.
All right, now this last story is for you, Mano.
Why is it for me?
Michael Rainey Jr. Was proving all of his talent as he was on a trip to Jamaica, and he recently performed. He's Jamaican American, and here's his performance. And listen, do your accent. Why don't you introduce Michael Rainey Jr.?
Michael Rainey. Scene. Yeah. Yes.
Here's his performance. Hey, man, you got to join him on stage.
Yeah,
Shout out to Vibes Cartel, by the way.
Vibes. Yes, rude boy. Yes.
I cannot wait till you do a whole album in your patois.
Yes.
All right, well, that was your Yee tea. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. And don't forget, today we also have a Wealth Wednesday. So we have the founders of Gumbo. For all y'all that like to smoke, for whatever reason, okay, because it does have a lot of medicinal purposes. We'll be discussing how they started Gumbo for Wealth Wednesday. But Under the Radar is next.